By utilizing a nice clean white background, you can really make these tips and tricks pop, giving you a beautiful, timeless, perfect passport photo, which, let's face it, that's all we really want. After all, we're likely going to be looking at that photo for the next 10 years. You can use a passport photo studio like Reload. You can use reloadinternet.com and upload your perfect passport photo, and they mail you the prints. Remember to follow these tips and tricks to give yourself a beautiful, timeless, and perfect passport photo. Let's face it, ladies, if our hair looks good, we look good. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 simple key tips on how to do your hair and makeup to give you the perfect passport photo. So tip number 1, you're going to want to wear your hair down. It's important that you wear your hair down because although a nice high pony or a messy bun might look good on the day-to-day, when you're staring straight at the camera, it might not leave you with the most flattering look. You're going to want to try to line up a fresh haircut or a fresh blowout with your passport photo to give you the perfect hair day. Let's face it, ladies, if our hair looks good, we look good. Tip 2, natural is key. Whether your photo is in black and white or color, bright colors aren't going to give you the most flattering look, especially under that fluorescent light. So you're going to want to try to keep it as natural as possible. So to start, I'm going to start off with a good concealer. And then you just kind of pat it around your face. You're going to want to make sure you blend well. You're going to want to blend in your neckline so you're not left with a clear, harsh line that shows the world that you have got a bunch of makeup caked on your face. You're also going to want to get your eyelids nice and good because this is going to be a primer for your eyeshadows and your eye makeup. Now, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. So my eyebrows are very thin and they're hard to see on camera. So I like to use a dark brown pencil that has one of these little brush tip attachments. This is just going to add a little bit of definition along with giving me a natural brow texture. So I'm just going to color in where my natural brow lies. I'm going to extend it just a little bit further and you can see the difference right away. Now it's important that you have a brush that has one of these little brushes on the end because a quick brush up here gives you that texture of an eyebrow without having any clear, hard lines on your face because you want everything to look as natural as possible. I'm gonna move on to my eyeshadows. I like a nice natural palette that I use. And I start with the darkest color here. As you can see, it is a little bit darker than my eyebrow, but once we blend it in, it's gonna be lighter than you expect. So you wanna get a good bit here in our crease of the natural placement of where your eye sits on your face, which makes your eyes pop while keeping it classy and simple. So if you don't have a brush like this, you can also use your fingertip. Do a small little circle on the corner, and like that, you see that it was the dark brown color. It leaves us with this very nice light neutral color that is not too heavy on our face. So then I like to take one of these lighter shades of the neutral. You can even blend two if you're looking to get a color in between. And then I work my way from the corner inside of the lid to the outer side, like so, to try to blend it while tapering off in between the two colors. Next, you're going to want to put your mascara on. So again, you're going to want to just get your top lashes here, like so. Moving on to eyeliner. So I like to use a nice gel tip here. This gives me easy control over where I'm drawing my line and gives it a smooth look. I get it in one pass on each side, keeping everything consistent and looking smooth. You might want to pull out your eyelid just a little bit. They still look natural with minimal effort of makeup. Now, one thing you might choose to do is a little bit of contouring. And I'm actually going to show you how to do that with a simple eyeshadow. Now again, you're going to want to make sure that you're not going too heavy. I get my darker color and I just do a few little dots here up at my hairline. Then I'm going to do a little bit on my cheeks. I'm going to suck in my face so I can see where my bone structure is, and this gives me the best lineup. And then a little bit here under the chin. Now again, this is going to be very minimal because this is just going to help with the textures and the shadows of the way your face is going to be looking on just like a plain white backdrop. And it's going to give you a good contour, but look just like a natural angle. Which this is one of my favorite tips, is doing this with eyeshadow and not a contour pencil, because it's a great way to save money and use the tools that you already have. Next, we're gonna do our lips. So again, we're gonna want a nice neutral, natural color. So I've picked out a shade very similar to my lip tone. And I'm just gonna do a light coat. Get a nice even layer on my top and bottom lip. Then give it a little rub in. Now another trick is I like to keep Q-tips on hand in case you ever mess up just a little bit. You don't have to worry about wiping off your whole face and doing it again. A Q-tip is the perfect tool to just swoop around the edges of your lips, your eyelids, your eyebrows, anywhere where you might have gone a little bit outside the lines. And just like that, I cleaned it all up and I didn't need to redo anything. Pretty awesome. Tip number 3, get matte fast. You're gonna wanna make sure that you use a matte powder, kind of like this powder that I have, whichever goes good with your skin tone, because it's gonna stop you from looking shiny, which in return on camera is gonna make you look greasy. So we don't want that. That's not gonna leave for a flattering photo. So this also helps kind of cement your look in, the nice finishing touch. You can see you don't need a lot, so you just have to take your tissue, do a little blot. Tip number 5, practice your smiles. Smiling with your eyes. This is going to help prevent any off-putting expressions that you might have or might give off by accident by staring blankly at a camera. It is important that you remain calm, relaxed, and stay confident. You're going to want to make sure that you've got your shoulders back, that you're looking ahead, and you're smiling with your eyes, because not everywhere you can smile in your passport photo. So you're going to want to try to keep it as calm and natural as possible while brightening up your photo with just your eyes. That can make the difference between an angry, pouty look and a bright, cheery, happy look. Thanks for watching these hair and makeup tips for the perfect passport photo.